Thanks for checking out this haul video. So, as the title I assume it says, I did some shopping for Black Friday through Scream Factory because when Scream Factory has sales, they usually have pretty good sales. Sometimes you can get even half price on certain things, and I believe they were doing half price on a lot of box sets. So I actually do have a box set. So as you can see, I got a decent stack here. So I'll go over all the stuff, obviously getting the box set in the end. These are all things that have kind of been on my list for a while. I still have a very large list at the moment that I'm still trying to work through of getting Blu-rays for. So yeah, as you can see, I now have this back here. If you saw my last haul video, that looks nice there. Do you agree? Let me know. Anyway, the first one I got is actually a film that I think I just reviewed it last year, maybe for the first time, either last year or the year before, and fell in love with it immediately. So if you're interested in a review for this, it's on my channel. You can just search it, and that is Phantom of the Paradise. Phantom of the Paradise, outstanding film. Great take on Phantom of the Opera. Just so engaging. The music is really wonderful. The acting is phenomenal. Really, really, really enjoy this film. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to add it to my collection. This one actually wasn't on my list of films to get, but I saw it when I was going through all of Scream Factory stuff that was on sale, and it popped up, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I think it was only like around $10 or something like that. So I was like, yeah, for that price, definitely wanna own that one. So really happy to add that to my collection. I want to rewatch that soon. The next one, okay, this one I've almost bought it from Scream Factory numerous times, but even when it's on sale, it never dips as low as all the other stuff that goes on sale for the most part. And I don't know why that is. But I finally went ahead and pulled the trigger because it is on sale, or was on sale, and that is John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness, which I also have a review for up on my channel, which I think I did like 2 years ago at this point. Wonderful, wonderful film. If you haven't seen it, this is a must watch for any horror fan, especially for people who love stuff that's kind of like Lovecraftian in nature. Super fun, wonderful acting. I mean, Sam Neill, that's kind of all you need to know acting wise. Sam Neill is phenomenal, although everyone really does a good job in this. Super enjoyable film. I'm really glad I finally get to scratch this one off my list because, like I said, this has been in my shopping cart through Scream Factory at least 3 other times, and I ended up not pulling the trigger because I was like, I feel like it could be at a better price at some point, but I was just finally like, you know what, forget it. I'm just doing this. Now, the next one also was not on my list, but I saw it and I'm like, you know what, I want to rewatch that. The price for it is low enough. I think this also was around $10-ish. And I was like, and from what I remember, it's really well done. It's very creepy and scary. And yeah, I just want to do it again. Silent Hill. I think I've only actually watched this all the way through one time in my life. So I definitely want to do it again. And like I said, for the price, I was like, I'm just going to add it to my collection, especially because it looks great. I remember it looking great. It's very creepy. The design of like the nurses and Pyramid Head or the Executioner are really well done. So super excited to add this in my collection. And I don't have a review for it on my channel yet, but at some point it's going to go in this stack back here. And at some point I will watch it and review it. But if you want me to watch it and review it on the sooner end, make sure you make a comment and let me know. Also, I've been doing about once a month. I haven't done it for December at this point. I might not, just because I have a lot of stuff going on. I've been trying to about once a month put a poll on my YouTube channel that is giving like 4 options of films that I've been meaning to get to review, and just having people vote on it, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one that I make sure I take care of for that month. So I might keep doing that. Okay. So the next one is probably my second favorite Joe Dante film, and some people may be like, "Oh, why is that your second favorite Joe Dante film?" It's campy, it's fun, it's ridiculous, and it's Piranha. I have watched this film a decent amount of times, and it's just so enjoyable. It's just so campy. I every time I see it on a streaming service, I feel myself being drawn to watching it. There's just something about this film. And I had met Joe Dante. There's, something that goes further with this. I had met Joe Dante through Salem Horror Fest online when they did it in 2020. And literally you got like 5 minutes to talk to the person you were paying to get a autograph from. And I actually did get an autographed poster that he mailed, and I need to put that up somewhere. I don't know. I won't be able to get it in this frame, but yeah. But anyway, so I did ask him some questions about Piranha, mainly the one being that little creature that's in the science lab that walks. That's like a piranha-esque thing. Like, was there a actual plan for that at some point that got cut? And he said yes. There were actually two things that they thought about doing. They were either going to have it be run over by the car at the end as the two main characters were leaving town, or have it like in the background, like Godzilla size, like, oh, we have another problem and it's even bigger now. So I thought that those were some really cool tidbits that makes me love this even more. So Piranha, very glad to add that. That one has been on my list. And this next one, which is the box set, has also been on my list because it seems fun. I've only seen the first one of this franchise, honestly. Sorry, I take that back. I've seen it, and I've also seen the series that was on, that was on Shudder. And I have a review for that series that was on Shudder, but I don't have a review for the first film. I do need to rewatch it, especially since I have this now, and that is the Critters Collection. And I think this was like half price. It was like normally like 60 some bucks down to like 30 some. So I was like, oh man, I really have to. Plus it's been on my list for a while, so I'm like, at that price, I'm definitely pulling the trigger right now. Especially after I just back in October watched the first Critters for the first time, actually. Yeah, you can go ahead and start making comments of why have you not seen Critters until now? Yeah, so I'm excited to work through the other three of these films for the first time. And I'm going to obviously restart with the first Critters. And when I eventually get to these, they're going in the stack back here. When I eventually get to them, I will do reviews for all of them and have a playlist for them on my channel. So as you can see, all four of them in there. I liked what I saw in the first one. Definitely down to watch it again. And I'm going to have a good time. So anyway, I mean, that's basically it. There's really not a whole lot to this video. That's, a good amount of films from Scream Factory. I think what I ended up paying was just a tad bit of over 100. I think it was basically like, with tax and shipping and everything, it was like 110 maybe. So really not bad for getting that many films. I mean, that's mainly just when I buy from places like Vinegar Syndrome, obviously Scream Factory, Severin, Arrow. Those are the main ones I buy from. Oh, and Diabolic DVD every now and then. They don't usually have like big sales. Diabolic's more of like my off time purchases. It's with these types of labels, like Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, and Scream Factory, that I'm making sure that I make purchases during their big sales. So, but I rotate it too, so I don't do multiples. I'm not going to, on Black Friday, make purchases from all of them because that gets way expensive. But anyway, going to bring this to a close. Hopefully you like what you saw. Oh, and also was just by pure happenstance, honestly, that I literally have a stack of horror t-shirts in my closet, and I just grab one from like the middle every single day, and it just so happens that I grabbed that one today. Very odd, huh? So anyway, comments. I want some comments from you guys. What do you particularly like out of what I got? But more importantly, what Blu-rays or DVDs or 4Ks or whatever horror related did you purchase for Black Friday? What were your big ones that you're super excited about? And also, did you make a purchase from Scream Factory? Because I would also be interested to know what you got from Scream Factory for that. And also, is there anything you're keeping your eye on that you're just like, man, I would love to get this, but I just don't have the cash right now, but it's like the next one on the list. So go ahead and put those comments down there. We can also just get nerdy about horror film in general. And subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more videos like this. Obviously, I don't do a ton of haul videos because that just gets crazy expensive. But if you're not aware, if this is your first video seeing of mine, I do a lot of horror movie reviews on my channel. I do a lot of analysis and in-depth talks about the films. For older films. For the newer films, it's no spoiler reviews, but there's enough detail about the themes and the subtext and everything like that, that if you have seen it, it adds a little bit extra to the experience of that review. So kind of walk a very strict line to satisfy both crowds, basically. But I say that to say, check out the stuff on my channel and subscribe, please, because it is quick, painless, costs you $0, and means a lot to me. It literally keeps me motivated to keep doing this stuff. So anyway, regardless, I really do thank you for taking your time to check this video out. And until next time, keep it brutal.